Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Miss Valerie and Deshane Can Help. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the video. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Miss Valerie and Deshane Can Help. My name is Deshane, and I'll be talking to you about a cautionary tale as to why it's important for us as young girls to be independent. Now, this is a story that I'm going to tell you based on my experience, and I hope that this will help someone out there to not be so naive like I was. Now, my upbringing was never one that was upper class or middle class. Me and my mom were more so a part of the working class, and her job was to work as a villa. For those who are not familiar with a villa, that is like Airbnb, but for more affluent people. So we used to, well, me and her, we would stay on property whenever there were tourists. So if a tourist was staying at the villa that she was working at, we would stay there and all of that. So I was very aware of what she did and how hard she worked. And watching that as I grew up helped me to have a lot of respect for people who are seen as invisible in society, because we kind of don't see the people who take up the garbage, wash our clothes, do cleaning of houses. We kind of don't see those people, but in honesty, that was what my mother used to do. She was a guest relation at the villa, but I guess you can call that like the manager. So she was more so, she was able to do bartending, waitressing, housekeeping, laundry, cooking sometimes, but her main job was to take care of the owner's portion of the villa. So she would clean the brass, which is like the knobs of the expensive doors, those brass knobs. She'd have to shine silverware with the actual brass, and it was a lot of hard work, and I took that to motivate me that I had to make it, I had to do well in school, and I knew we couldn't afford certain things. So I never asked for no KFC, Burger King, and then something, because we just know I wasn't gonna get it, because the pay that she got wasn't a lot, and tips helped a lot. Tips really helped to kind of, help me make ends meet. Now, my mother took all that money that she has earned, and she um, built a house on a piece of land that she bought. Now, it has just been me and mom since forever. And we slept in the same bed up until a little bit before we migrated to America, when I finally got my own room. But it has just been the two of us, and we are very humble people who, we know we don't have much, and we make do with what we have. But having to watch her day in day out, so exhausted, having to clean up after people, and having to basically put on the fakeness to make that extra tip or make that extra $1, it was hard to watch. When I said, man, I really need to do something with myself to make sure that whatever she's doing now for me to get food on my plate, clothes on my back, education, is worth it. And she's now going to be able to, reap the benefits of all the work she's put into me to get to where I need to be. So throughout my childhood, I never really focused on, like going to parties or going out with friends, mainly because we couldn't afford it. And the friends that I had couldn't afford it either. We were all in kind of like the same boat, hand to mouth, the working class, the hand to mouth class, So when I got to Monterey County College, I met this gentleman. Now, how I met him was just pure coincidence. And how this happened was, I was a part of the 4-H club, and I was their ambassador for that year for the youth in agriculture. So I was there kind of doing like a little internship over the summer break, and he was just in the roundabout, and he stopped at my feet and was like, hey, what's happening over there, blah blah, just being inquisitive. And long story short, we exchanged numbers. He seemed like a really nice guy. He seemed charming. He speaks well, and he had a charm, a charisma about him that kind of drawed me to him. Mind you, I was surprised that I was able to pull such a guy, because I'm around 18, 19, and this guy is obviously older than me, but not old where he could probably be your dad type of older. But you can obviously tell that he has his bleed together, because he having car, he looks nice, he speaks well, and he wants you to look a get a girl who sleep with her mother 24/7 on the same bed. But it's, like, you easy. Normally you would expect him to be with, maybe someone a little bit more on his level. A guy like that entered my life, and he changed it for the better at the beginning. At the beginning, when I tell you, I didn't have brand new clothes like that. I didn't have shoes like that. I think I had my school shoes and one shoes to go church, and then maybe two slippers where to buy, like uncat man them, what they always on the street they sell they look cheap slippers them. Right, you have one of them, the little cheap one, if you're wearing a sunny bun out your foot, cause I'll be a plastic and then a good enough, and then pop out easy. But those were the shoes I had. I never had fancy clothes, like if I were to go out with friends, and that was never my life. So I was a pretty simple well, young adult, so imagine my surprise at this guy who is willing to take me out, get my hair done, introduce me to nails. Mind you, I see it all the time. You see the girls that look hot, and you say, yes, good day. But you were never that type of person, because one, you couldn't afford it, and two, how you're gonna pay for it? You don't work, you're a student, mommy can't hardly pay the bills, so you're not even a look, you're just a look because somebody else looked like that. But you could have never. Here I am now with this guy who is now giving me the opportunity to have nice, pay for my hair, pay for nails to be done, carry me to store and buy clothes for me and make me feel nice, encourage me, all kind of stuff. When I tell you, girl, it starts swell. Big balloon, big yamed, it starts swell. And when me finally tell me, mind you, I keep the secret, Yeah, when look a bit bad at the time, I mean kind of bad. Keep secret, and I say, I tell my man about this guy, because one, when I know the type, everybody know the type of parent. My parent would never stand for me being with somebody older than me. He wasn't older than me by far, but he was older than me that could be obviously noticeable. Me, keep that secret until eventually, because my mother was a dreamer, so she dreamed and said, that's my dream, say that with somebody, blah blah blah. I said, Jesus, please me get catch. So tell her about him, make him meet Mosquito, make him meet him, and all these things, and things were going okay until it was time for me to go to college. No, I wanted to go to the College of Agriculture Science Education, but the difference between that school is that, than Monterey County College that I was at, is that this place you stay on campus. So there was a lot of things that I needed to have. I don't know if maybe because now that I am now going to be around a lot of people my age, he started to change, in the sense that he became very paranoid, he became very obsessive, he became very overprotective, almost as if who you're talking to, you're texting. When you go, it keep telling me how when I go up there, I'm going to find a guy who is more my age, and I won't want him anymore, and blah blah blah. And all of those things kind of plagued me, and I said to myself, well, at the time I loved him, and I was like, no, I'm not going to be like that, because you're my first boyfriend in ever. You have then like a one guy there we get one talk, and I'm a go on a reason over lunchtime also. But this is my very first ever boyfriend, like somebody who me and you there, and you took my big V and all of these things. Someone kind of really connected to him, like me really love him. And when they give me things, things I never get in my, me never get them something here. So mind you, like a humble girl now start feeling herself. So I kind of connected to him. I go to if you give up that opportunity, because outside of that, I don't have no other way to live this lifestyle. So he start use against me now. I guess it's a way to control me, I guess, but it's not used it against me. Tell me how if me not do this or if me not do that or if me not come down every weekend or so on, so you won't give me no money, and if me not this or if me not that, you won't pay me school fee, blah blah blah. So my mother said, you know what? I think it's best that you leave this guy. Mind you, you hear the advice from your parents, but you just feel like say you know more than them, or you believe that the person, bite man, or you hear that, or you feel like, or you feel like the person who you interact with, you know him best. This person, your mother only they see him when you see him, but you know him. You know him talk to you sweet, and you think you know him. Meanwhile, my mother, whose experience is telling me that look, he older than you. This is not a good idea. But when you're young, you just feel like you know more than anybody else, and whatever she has said, I know nothing really. And you can't make your own decision. You're a big girl now. My first boyfriend, and I'm going like my experience. So time to go to school now, case, and my mother said, you know what, I don't want him pay school fee. Maybe pay school fee as much as we can afford it. I will pay school fee. So she only paid, I think, a half of the school fee, and I said to her, don't you worry, I will find a way to pay for the rest. Now he would always tell me that, boy, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't afford anything. All of these things that he's buying for me for groceries, remember say he's the only one that can do it. Who's gonna love me like he does, or which guy is going to do all the things that he does for me? So stuff like that used to put me down in myself, because he was right, and it was all because I didn't have money, and I didn't have any real way to any real way to provide for myself. I wasn't working. I'm a student, and my mother was working, but she has this big debt now to pay, plus by the next semester she has the rest to pay. So it's like I have to keep making this guy feel good, because I need to keep him happy, because without anything, I needed him. Sad to say, but I needed him. Mommy don't have money like that, me not have money like that, but him have money like that. So whatever I had to do to keep him happy, I was willing to do it. But ultimately I couldn't take it anymore, and certain things happened in the relationship that I just did not want to be a part of, so I just cut it off. But during the time I was at case, you see, that is why it is important for us to never forget where we're coming from, because let me tell you this. During my time at case, at the beginning, very first time at case, when I started for year one, I walked around the campus with my head held high as if I was better than everybody else. And when I tell you that was a big mistake on my part, I'm going to tell you this, it was a big mistake on my part. And let me tell you, I learned from that experience. Guys, let me tell you this. I walked around that campus as if my poop did not stink. I walked around as if my poop could make patty. I walked around as if all of you are peasants and you're beneath me. I have my money. When I forgot punchy, I have my KFC money, I have my this money, I eat cornflakes, I eat frosted flakes, I eat cinnamon toast crunch, I have my Lysol, I have my me well at all of just poor people, and me big up myself. Mind you, I poor somebody, and I get a little bit of money. Matter of fact, not even my money. I have access to somebody else's money. Access to somebody else's money. Look at that. And me now see myself as better than. When we broke up, I had to find the money for the semester that was in pending. The money I owe for the second semester. And I said to myself, look at this. I have to now go to pantry, because money's train stopped and me and guy left. So me now have to go to pantry, which was embarrassing because people would jeer me. I said, what ya? No KFC today? I want KFC money done. Look how you up here with, kind of stuff, kind of like during college, the college is so small. Everybody knows, say, wow, look like staying every man again, cause watch ya, no big vehicle now come here again, run and walk out and look like shit, That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing, and that was a big mistake for me to think like that at the time. But when you're young and you're frightened for things, you're frightened. Big frightened too. So young girls, Mr. Taylor said, boy, nice to them something still. But how me tell myself say me tired of poor, I'm not gonna pour no more. Until all that happened. Man tell me say without him me ain't go have nothing. Because that him make me can't have things. When you grieve to the point where you can't really lash out on the guy, but you tell yourself, say, you see me, I go prove you wrong. Me apply for scholarship here. Apply for base scholarship. Me apply for scholarships until me not even have to pay for school for the whole year. To show you how scholarship pay for my school fee. Guy who tell me saying me couldn't get my school fee paid without him. But then we had a problem now. How would I sustain myself while here? And mommy still pay off the bill what she already have from the first semester. So as soon as second semester come around, I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to start hustle. When me tell you I start hustle. I buy up exercise book. I buy up pencil. I have this candy jar. The little jello that I used to the primary school with a little hard something in the middle. But come in a little cup where you tear off the top. One of them jar there. I take a jar, I fully a sweetie, different type of sweetie. You have a little savings from when the guys give money. I take the money and I go to the local Chinaman shop. I buy up base sweetie and I come to school and I walk with my candy jar and my arm and I walk and I sell. Some people in Nigeria because now they see how to do this when the semester before you when somebody. My name watch no face. I start sell my candy and from candy and exercise book to biscuit. I found out that when you go to National Bakery, the actual factory, not the wholesale, when you go to the actual factory, or if you book up the truck, you get the stuff in boxes for very low, other than if you buy it in like the wholesale. So I buy up my box of the little sandwich biscuit, then with little cream in the middle. I buy up my tea biscuit, I buy up my little popcorn, the big bag of pack of popcorn with a little national popcorn. By the time I walk and I sell, put in one little cloth bag and I just sell my snacks and then go on until I eventually save up enough money and buy one fridge for $26,000 at the little Indian man shop. Save up money and buy. Let me tell you something. It was illegal to have a fridge. It's illegal to have a fridge on campus. You see me? It's because me so me on a mission to prove this money around and to prove that me can be somebody too. And feel like money now gonna make or break me. I mean now gonna just come down the kiss now. Believe to make a money because just because he having money, in dirty money. So me sneak on that fridge. And me start sell bag juice, me start sell Kisco, which for the international people like icy, what they call icy, like icicle. Me start sell Kisco, me start sell drinks, me start sell ice, bag juice, Cobalt Kids, Swizzle, me start sell every little drinks. As the customer them say, I have this by tomorrow, you see me go by. And me start turn money. And that is when I interacted with Mr. Hill, the late Mr. Hill. Mr. Hill was observing me and he said to me, Trini, I see you walking around here with candy jar and snacks selling. What you have, shop? And I'm like, yes, sir, I have a shop. You're scared to talk to him because he's one of the staff members and it's illegal to do what you're doing. But you don't want to tell them your business because you don't know whether they go stitch by you or not. But he was just inquisitive into what I'm doing, how I'm pricing, how I'm stuff. And I'm like, what happened, sir? And he's like, I have a business too. And I see I try your stuff and I see we are grow little by little. Let me mentor you and show you the ropes. I'm like, that is so nice. I'm going to tell him, say, I start sell juice and he say, how you keep the juice them cool? And I tell him to have a fridge. The guy say, you a fridge pandam? Mr. Sir, you here, Mr. So. He laugh and say, you know, say illegal though. And I say, yeah, I know illegal. And he say, so, you know, afraid nobody go snitch by you. And like, yeah. You know, anybody can bad mind you and, you know, snitch by you and make you something them get take away. Regardless of how I help people, sometimes that happen. But guess what? Mr. Hill say, look here, if anything go down, call me. Me bring my truck to come pick up the fridge and take it away. I'm like, what you mean take it away? He said, no. Because if they take it from at the school, them take it, then I'll get back that. But if me come feed before them come, then we get it back. And me just get back to you when you're ready to leave and go home, or whenever you have somebody to come collect it from me. So, as in could have said so. I don't know who snitched for me to this day. But some me get called into office because then here say me have fridge and me they sell sandwich and me I sell all kind of stuff. And I say, Jesus have mercy. I mean they try deny it, I can't deny because you know what can you do and a lie? So then tell me say as soon as them finish with everything them doing here, they go come up to the room and collect everything from me. Me take up my foot in my hand and me run go find Mr. Hill when I in class at the time. And I say, Mr. Hill then go take out my fridge, start balling everything. I say, Mr. Hill then go take out my fridge, then go take out my fridge. Mr. Hill say, oh, go take out my fridge. I say, somebody chat for me and then go take out my fridge. Brother say, see key, throw the key, give me. And I say, go get one of them man up there. So I was drive the truck for the school them also. The driving truck, go around there. And carry the fridge go down there. And I did that. Thank you, Mr. Hill. God rest his soul. When I tell us, brother, say, I'm catch it key and I run go up and I say, sir, come here, you can't go, because, you know, me type of person, I'm nice to everybody. I'm nice to everybody, more so, I'm nice to the adults. Because I don't really have much luck with people my age still, but I have enough luck with people who are older than me. Big one I get, man, so I can't come with that truck, you can't come down so for these. And then go down there, and drive it down there, and then park it. And he said, where I do this? I said, no, Mr. Hill, just have a park here, and so. When me go upstairs, me call there, and so other guy and say, hey, you can't help me move that fridge, or no. Let me tell you, me clear out my room like say nothing never did there. And me a call moving. You know when they say police, and you run with your things and pay your head like Igla, and me that. Me when I run with my things and pay my head like Igla. But me tell you, me move the fridge, move everything right and ready. So when me take a stop, me not see nobody they come. I don't see nobody that come to come raid me or come take on it now. You know, it begs me. I say, you know what? I don't care about the fridge because I know who snitch for me. I don't want to go tell them, say they see me move out and moving back. So I take my little money, lock me eye, take your money, lock me eye and go to Bashko and buy 2 igloo, right? And put them in the fridge. 1 for the juice, 1 for the little things them like the bacon, the tuna, the cheese, you know, stuff like that come in the make sandwich too. Girl are hustling, money have to make. So me now say, alright, we can make this work, ziploc bag it, put in this something, but I have no ice. So me start friend with people in a not shop, cafeteria, because they have a big ice machine. Every morning after farm, me come down with 2 big ladder bag full of ice. And I mean that, I'm in a business who want to laugh at, I'm in a business who want to jeer me, I'm in a business who no want to help me carry heavy. Me and my load I carry and my load me I move with. See me with the 2 heavy bag of ice and me I go up a step, they try to move fast because you don't want the bag bust. You don't want no hole in the bag for start leak no ice on and something like that. Me tell you, so I start throw ice in a pan and throw. Let me tell you, man, so my time some of the people in the dam used to complain and say, why? And who they wet up the floor, who they go down there and mop the floor. Nobody took me, it wasn't a problem to me. Me run up and down with my ice, me run up and down with my bucket and my arm map. And me dry up your hand and something like that. Me I make my money. Me know what me I try accomplish in life. So said, so done. Me talk to me, say, and I ball to him and I say, sir, I don't know what happened. But somebody has snitched for me. I don't understand. And he say, you know what training guess where you go do? Apply for one of them store there. What they have over the other side of the campus. Because when you get to 3rd year, you transfer over to the other side of the campus. Because you have farm again. Right? So I want whole year, I do my business and I'm start make money. I start make money. And I said to myself, say, how me go get one in shop me? They say I have to apply feed from like, either the student comes or something like that. More so you go transfer over there, so but you get and I say me I do it pan me eyelashes in say fair. Me get up and me go apply and me get me shop. As soon as the next semester about to start, me sign up as a part of the orientation committee, because the orientation committee come way before everybody else come on the campus. You come in time for the newcomers, and me tell myself, say, oh, all these newcomers go know about my shop first. My shop is first on their list. And me know say they normally don't have my exercise book and something. Me say I take a loan from my mother, you see, plus the money what me save up, and me stock out the shop, stock out it good to, you know. Me have everything, what me not have in there what me couldn't fit. Me stock out the shop and me start selling large, just what me go do. Me alone I run the shop now because nobody's on their school and classes not started. But who go run this? Because me can't lock my shop. Because the peak time them are during the day. And me can't just open my shop only at night. I expect to make good money if sell off all of them are sitting away in here. So guess what me do? I put out the word and say me need somebody to work in my shop. I ask the people in the school, like, you know, like students or that want like extra money. Because I'm willing to pay like me need you more than how you need me. You know, come on, my business keep going. Nobody need want take the job. I say, Lord Jesus, so I go down and want auxiliary staff. So I say, I respect people who people say as invisible. One of the lady them when they work, I think she when they work in the kitchen or something like that. And she said, no, if one lady want need a work. I'm say, really? She said, it don't matter that she older than him. I say, no, it don't matter to me, you know. Me have respect to anybody, whether me or your boss or not. Me have respect to everybody because could have been my mama. When me come, me see the lady and she was such a nice lady. I'm not going to mention her name. She was so nice. And she was a blessing to my shop. I'm tell her, girl, come on time. Mind you, I'm a big man, you know. Man, come on time. And if she see nothing on the road, she say, she call me and say, you want this fish shop? And she buy you time money. Buy your time money, you know, and come. And me always give her back her money. I say thanks. If not, if she see no chop on the road, she take the number and order. So comes my shop start stock till it can't even lock. When me tell her, say that girl, that lady was such a blessing. And when me tell her, say me make money. Anyhow, me still the case. Trust me, would I probably be able to buy a car to tell you how much money I make. I mean, when me tell you, say me hustle drinks, phone card, shoes, polish, nail glue, everything where you put a thing to sell now haberdashery, I have in my shop. And I tell you, things them a turn, nothing in steel, nothing in this, nothing in expire. And sandwiches are shell too. To the point where tasties them come over and give me one the patty box and I start sell patty. Then me find this place where I do like a sliced pizza and start sell pizza. That's why I shop and I go and I tell myself, say, so this is a feeling of independence and a feeling of nice. I'm tell myself that from that moment I would never make another man tell me, say, without fee money, me not be smarty. That's why I tell you this story. I tell you this, as much as me not have that shop there no more. Ever since I start making money like that, ever since then, I save my money. I work hard for my own money. When I come a foreign, I work like anything else and I go in a school immediately. So I drop a foreign April, by September I'm there in a school. I'm telling myself, never again in life, me go make nobody tell me say if I not for them, me can become. Never. So that is my story, guys. Right? All of you young girl, even young guys, have things for themselves. I not tell you say, you must go do nothing illegal or nothing like that. But just say, for me, when me in their college, I mean, have nothing, and boy one come tell me, say, me not go be nothing without fame help. It put in a fire in me and I say, what you go on? And I stand up on my own 2 feet, and since that day, me now top work. And between me, if me have it answer have a shop again, I'm gonna jump on it on my eyelash. I'm gonna depend on something because it was a good experience. I enjoy myself. I'm glad me get people opportunity to work with me. I may have, I think, one other student who will work with me as well, and I'm so grateful to them. Tell this, me have no problem. I pay people. Me pay people who want to deliver for me. Me pay people who want giving them money was not a problem. Just when one loyalty, and I'm glad that every single one of them people who work with me when me have my actual shop was loyal and good people. And I tell you this right now, it's such an experience. That's why I say me never again. Me no want no man tell me say me need him for me have things. In which life? Never again. When me young, me drop another chop there. So I don't want you drop another chop there. Have your own. And if you find say somebody I go tell you say because you don't have no money or because you're poor you can't accomplish it, leave you alone. Leave it alone. Don't make nobody tell you say because of this or because you don't have this, that's why. You can make it. If you can't afford it, you do without it until you can. If you can't pay for it yourself, well, you do without it until you can. But don't make no man tell you about say, if I don't feel money, you can't do nothing. I don't want a good feeling. I tell you right now, make you feel like you're small. Make you feel small. And me, never again. That was the one and only time in my entire life. See me here? Never. And I'm young. I'm young and fool. So, I tell my story. And I hope say somebody out there can listen to my story and learn from it. I tell this right now. You go always drop in a something, but how you come out of it. That just my like a lesson for say. I was poor in college and I change it. Because I say me nah make no man can't tell me say me nah go become nothing because feel me come money now reach my hand. And which life? After me one band. Now me and Miss Valrie daughter. Since when? She did by herself since the day me born. And she accomplished all of them something by herself. So what do me? Oh. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for all those who have subscribed and stayed with me. I am appreciative of you. I'm happy to have an ear. So continue please to subscribe and continue to share and view my content. Thank you. And talk to you later. Talk to you later guys.